and that's part of the problem. It's sensed a presence starting at this from some time now. Are we being followed? Wait, does this mean a girl's gonna hit on us? No. No, it's definitely not what that means. See, I told you be here. Sensitive, deep, Babylonian. Brawny voice. Those lovely boys look like they're just begging to be hit on. Those guys for you. What are you doing here? Oh, I can't believe you've been reunited in such a stunning place. Smells like destiny to me.
No.
Our fashion police, if you don't answer questions, you'll take you away. Hey. So which of us do you think is more manly? What are you talking about? Oh dear, your time is up. Sorry, but trick question. The correct answer is, we're both lovely. Right. Your interferes with our duties by not answering the question. I sentence you to stripping. Oh, my fashionist skills have perfected for this and behind my head. Suspends are escaping. Each get them. I think we lost them. They're gonna get back and everything's gonna be missing.
Wait.
By the way, you're Yusuke. So this is where you two were. I've been searching for you. You're doing with those lobsters.
Yes.
While you were busy with your interrogation, I found these beautiful specimens on this for sale. And so I decided to spend my last of my money on them. Man, you're really hopeless when it comes to cash. Wait, you're watching us? Why didn't you help? Apologies, but I was entertained. The moment I set eyes on this distinct shape, I was in love. I haven't had a very coarse shaken as a Virgo since the first time and entered my gaze. Good for you. Where's the friends? Come on, don't lie to us, babe. How about you come for a nice on our boat? There are going to be a party too. Tons of celebrities and industry people with... Come on. Are you even listening to us? Sorry about that. The wait. So you were serious about being here with friends. That's what we were saying from the start. Don't you find it boring spending your time with kids like Liam? Far more interesting than anything involving you two. What was that? Hey, let's just let the children have fun with fellow children. We'll be going now. It's mildly creepy that they're hitting on high school students. What creeps?
Thank you
for coming in like that. Those guys just wouldn't stop pestering us. You did well to hold them off. To be honest, I was nearly at my wit's end. By the way, where are Futaba and Morgana? Oh, are those lobsters? One in each hand? I was wondering that myself. Are you going to make them into sashimi or perhaps roast them whole? Enough of your vile frustrations. These are purely for the sake of visual appreciation. We did tons of stuff today, all in all. I guess coming to the beach was pretty worth it. And all their stuff's missing. Oh, that would have been funny.
We should probably start heading home.
Agreed. Let's pack up.
Futaba seemed fine in the crowd, too. So it looks like she's overcome her last exercise.
Hey, Futaba! We're going home! Stop standing around and help us!
You know, all this time, I thought that it was my fault that my mom died.
Uh-huh.
It's because everyone said that I killed her. Everyone looked at me thinking I was a murderer. I ended up hating this world. That's why I shut myself in and covered my ears. I wished my mom would come back to life. Sometimes I'd wake up and think it was all a dream. But nothing had changed in the world. That's why I'd sleep again. It'd be a repeat of that. I loved my mom. I wanted to become like her. How she'd work late into the night. How she'd wake up early and make me a boxed lunch every day. How she'd do her best to further her research. How she'd scold me for peeking at her notes.
It was cognitive science, wasn't it?
The cognitive world can become distorted through desires. If it becomes distorted, a person begins exhibiting problematic behavior in reality. That cognitive world disappears when you remove its core, and further problematic actions stop.
Isn't that about palaces?
That's the metaverse. She knew about that?
It made no sense back then. But now I understand, after it actually happened to me. All I thought about was my mom. I was trapped in a cognitive labyrinth. I couldn't get out of it. There was nothing I could do by my...
That's why you asked us to steal your heart? That's a huge jump in logic in so many ways.
At first, I didn't believe the rumors about the
And
Phantom
genius.
Thieves, that they steal hearts. But I overheard you accidentally. I learned that you were near me.
Overheard? Ah, the bug. So why were you listening in on LeBlanc in the first place?
I had to keep an eye on Sojiro, make sure he was actually working.
Talk about an awful hobby.
You talked about stealing hearts. When I heard that, I was so happy I jumped up and down. I thought, maybe the Phantom Thieves could cure my heart.
You could have just told us from the start.
You might have been wary of me if I asked out of nowhere. And besides, you could have been bad guys. That's why I cautiously got in contact with you. I checked many times to see how you'd react.
Yes. You had us twisted around your little finger.
But Futaba, you didn't talk to anyone besides Boss for a long time, right? You must have needed a lot of courage to contact the Phantom Thieves.
There were two reasons for it. One was Medjed's taunt. The Phantom Thieves were so pitiful it frustrated me. I would have been in trouble if they got disbanded too.
Indeed. You were our only hope.
The other was what I heard through wiretapping LeBlanc. Sojiro was being blamed with lies, like abusing me. He was being threatened to spill everything about my mom.
Talk about making shit up.
It made me sad, and it hurt. I thought, I have to save Sojiro. I gotta do something.
So that's why.
At the Phantom Thieves, I didn't think you guys would be taking such risks for me. I didn't think you'd worry about me so much. I'm sorry that I acted like I doubted you guys.
Do you believe in us now?
Yeah, I can tell. You aren't bad guys. That's why I have a request. Let me join your team.
There's nothing to join. You're already one of us.
I'll be honest, changing people's hearts isn't my goal. I want to learn what happened to my mom, the reason why she was killed.
Killed?
It was written in her notes. Should the self in the cognitive world die, the self in the real world would lose consciousness.
Is this about mental shut?
Then the criminal that Kaneshiro mentioned.
Yes. That could be the case. I don't like pursuing this line of thought. But perhaps your mother's shadow was...
I don't know for sure. Like right before my mom died, she didn't seem right.
In what way?
No matter how much I talked to her, she wouldn't answer back. And she didn't jump into the road, it was more like she collapsed and fell in. That's why I thought what was written in the notes was real, and looked into it. I read books, checked theses that were released online. I even snuck into the networks of various research labs to look at their classified data.
That's why you're good at hacking. What kind of brain do you have?
A very focused one.
I didn't figure anything out. My mom's research was nowhere to be found. She was killed by someone, and her research was treated like it never existed. I bet it's them. Those adults in the black suits who read the fake suicide note. I'll never forgive them.
Futaba.
If I stay with you guys, I think I can find out more about that world. And eventually, it might even lead to those men in black. It's a super personal reason why I want to join you. Is that okay? Or would I just be dead weight?
If anything, you're dependable. Ain't that right, Mona?
Why are you looking at me? Are you trying to say I'm...
Well, she was more useful than you, as a matter of fact.
Hey, that's inexcusable! This is what our Phantom Thieves are like. But I hope we get along, Futaba.
Thanks.
Let's leave those two be. Why don't we lose no time and decide on Futaba's codename?
What's that?
It's not cool if we called each other by our real name.
Joker, Skull, Mona, Panther, Queen, and I'm Fox.
In Futaba's case, hacker wouldn't be right, would it?
Mech?
PC?
No.
Why don't we go literal and call her Goggles?
Super lame. You've got no taste.
Do you have any good ideas for Futaba's codename?
Glasses, Pharaoh, the internet. Hey, Pharaoh.
I'll curse you.
What would you want it to be, Futaba?
Oracle. With my vision, I'll guide you all to victory.
That's a good name.
Sounds great.
I didn't have many choices, so I chose the one I had.
But man, I never even dreamed that the rumored Phantom Thieves would be so close.
Same goes to you. To think you'd be the daughter of a metaverse researcher. Talk about a mysterious fate. Should we get going then?
Yep, let's go home.
Yay.
Yes. The incident with Medjed seems to have been more effective than predicted. This should spur the Phantom Thieves' support even more now. I agree. There are effective ways to use the Phantom Thieves. Now would be the best time to dispose of unnecessary trash, whether they're connected to us or not.
Aha! So this is going to be the black masked person we're going to be dealing with soon.
Hey.
You're back. How did it go with Futaba? I hear you have been keeping her company for the past few days. I appreciate it. Crime who uses metaverse to carry out their crimes. This is no longer a matter we can ignore, especially because they might be the ones who kill Futaba's mom. To be honest, I had considered the idea that they might be behind only the rumored psychotic breaks, but now it appears as though this person is killing people as well. Technically, they're making people have mental shutdowns, which then causes them to die. That's what happens when you kill someone's shadow, yeah? We were worried about it back with Kamashirada and Hadarame. Remember? Psychotic breaks and mental shutdowns. It would make sense if the same person was behind them. The news never talks about the victims dying, so people only know the breakdowns. So this should seriously a case. If that's real, whoever is doing it is some kind of assassin. I'm going to beat the crap out of them. I would suggest we move more cautious going forward as well. We still don't know much. Even about the metaverse Navi. That is true. I wonder why this thing exists. There's a man in my dreams. You know what? I'm gonna be perfectly honest with them because it seems to think, even if they don't believe me. A dream? You still half asleep, dude? I wonder if that criminal is using that too. Futaba, this seems like your area of experience. Do you know anything about it? No, I'd never even heard of this before. I mean, it's not really even an app. It's more like a mysterious app-like thing. I see. It's okay though. I may not know much about the Navi, but I can still navigate you guys on the path to victory. I guide you to wherever the criminal you're looking for. Meanwhile, you can rely on me. Awesome, dudes. You're way more reliable than Mona. Damn it, Ryuji. You always find the worst possible things to say. Yes, he does. Who are we dealing with? Available today. How are you available today? Would you care to match? I'm at the church again today. Waiting for your church. Decide later. I am the beast. Oh, I'm beat. That's a little far off. I'm beat. The higher-ups aren't happy with one off articles anymore, so I need some more information from you. Closer with bond will grow soon. Okay, so those two are. I'm gonna save after this, but the devil and the star, right? So devil is 4, star is 5, judge is 3. So we should see a boss. Calf's open a little longer, ropes, feels closer. I don't think my bond will deepen yet. We definitely need to work on him, so.
Alright then.
I wish we could give him a good gift, which would definitely boost it. Strateger's guidance extremely priceless. I did just as he told me. I don't think my bond will grow yet. Yeah, we need to do that a few more times. It's also weird that the only people we can give gifts to are girls, but...
That black thing was... That can't be true. I'm supposed to be human. I should be. If we get rid of the distortion in the depths of mementos, I'm sure it'll all be fine. Sorry, did I wake you up? Oh, my sunburns were hurting, and that woke me up. I was absorbing all the sunlight because I'm black. Oh, I'm not sure what to do when you give me an honestly concerned response like that. By the way, it's not like I'm bothered by this or anything, but hypothetically speaking, what would you do if I turned out to be some weird...
It wouldn't bother me. You're already weird. Is this a confession? Wouldn't bother me.
I'd be bothered by it. If what I saw from earlier is true, is it okay for me to stay with the Phantom Thieves? And even if I'm with the team, I'm useless at the moment. It's nothing. Well, I've gotten pretty used to my life as a cat, too. And to be frank, this storage room isn't bad either. Then again, I can't wait to turn back to being a human so I can move out. Maybe I'll live a life of luxury in a suite on the highest floor. But rather than becoming some weird thing, maybe staying as a cat isn't so bad either. You and me made a deal, yeah? That means I can stay here. Isn't that right?
Do what you want, or yeah. I'm gonna go with yeah.
Thought so. Don't forget what you just said, okay?
I feel like my bond with Morgana has deepened. I really don't know why they chose Morgana. It actually kind of bothers me. Chance of carrying status elements inflicted upon members. Nice.
Alright. Come on. Let's hurry up and get to sleep. Night.
So, I'm technically not going to have any freedom because I
It'll
need...
be fine, right?
I'm going to have to deal with Futaba. Getting her as confidant as well. And start organizing that, so we'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, the first is school again. Wow. Hey, who is you know? Right, you know about the old movie theater there. Well, it's an old couple runs apparently theater by a landscaper. There's trying to say that theater is in the way of some building they want to put up down. Let's tear that baby down. I feel bad for them. Land speculators? I know they're scary, but trying to have some courage. That's old couple is so afraid of the threats that they don't even want to open their theater. Anyway, just target is a guy named Yesho. Drive him off. Might have been a change in mementos because of all Medj's stuff. If we want to go now, would be the right time. Let's discuss it with everyone and hide him. I feel like doing that tomorrow is going to be the better choice. Or is it just going to force me? Okay. Sorry to wake you up in the middle of the night. A really strange dream is probably just a exhaustion.
Nice.
You got plans today. if it comes up. Decide later. Ooh. Decide later. So. Oh yeah, we should definitely save.
I'll just add this.
Before we forget and we lose all this progress. Confidant. Lovers at 5. Chariot is at 6, so yeah, Lover's the one we should work on.
This is hell. How can I help you?
So the guy's basically threatening to burn down the building. So that's not cool. So I'm gonna go check on Futaba, see if I can go talk to her. Nope, so if that's the case, let's go talk to Anne then. And let's get that part done. Thanks. Well, I'll be waiting at the usual restaurant. So, I talked to Shino about what happened with Micah back at the photo shoot. And you know what she did? Laughed. She couldn't stop talking about how tough she thought Micah sounded. Honestly though, it was kind of refreshing. I'm not even mad anymore. I guess you really just need someone to laugh at you if you want to feel better. Seems that way. That's such a simple solution. If it's a friend, yeah. Gonna say it seems that way. That's such a simple solution. No, that's belittling. If it's a friend, yeah. That seems dismissive. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one. I mean, they'll always say laughter is the best medicine, right? I've seen the truth of that saying firsthand. But anyways, even though I'm not trying to strengthen my heart, she the real strong one here. I went to one of her rehab sessions the other day. She said she wanted me to be there, so I agreed without thinking much of it, but it ended up being pretty overwhelming. Yeah, rehab's not a pretty thing. How so? Was she working hard? Was she in pain? I'm going to say how so because it's less direct. It was a lot tougher than I'd ever imagined. It was horrible. She was dripping with sweat, teeth clenched. She was clearly in a lot of pain. Apparently she can't even move her feet. She said it feels like her legs are filled with sand. But she dragged them along, legs swollen with blood. I wanted to just make her stop. But the time it was all over, she was in tears. It was really tough on her. She said she wanted to give up, and that's why she asked me to come, to keep her motivated. The whole time she was complaining about things in ways she normally never would. But even with that, she finished her session. Yeah, rehab's not a fun process. I don't know why I'm crying. I don't have to go through that. Is it because I'm weak? Ugh. You're not weak. It's because you're kind. You're not weak sounds too placating, so I'm going to say it's because you're kind. You're wrong. You know, even though all that pain, I thought Shino was so cool, beautiful even. Despite all her complaining, she still tried incredibly hard. Strength is more than just not getting phased. It's the power to fight through adversity. So I was thinking, what can I do to help Shino? Comfort her, listen to what she has to say, show her your own strength. I'm gonna say show her your own strength. My strength? Yeah, I'll do just that. I'm going to give it all my all. You know, Aramar, being with you really helps me see things clearly. What I should do, the true meaning of strength. Oh, thank you for that. Sense heightened motivation for man. Wonder what happens if you name your character Joker. Or if it's like a band name. Chance to cure status ailment inflicted upon the members. Yay. Keep on moving forward. Bog. My nose is all running. What? Are you looking at me like that for? Pretty girls get runny noses too, you know.
Bye.
Yeah.